How to level up your life so fast that they think you're part of the Illuminati. Now, everything inside of this video has been simplified to make it super easy for you to take action. I've broken it down into 3 steps, and I've also drew this nice drawing of my Illuminati eye and the triangle. You know, I'm not affiliated. I don't even believe in it. But if you have conspiracies about the Illuminati, you can put it in the comments below. But I'm going to take you from level 1 to level 100. And if you're anywhere in between these levels and you think you'll just need that extra boost, this video is for you. If you're starting from the bottom, now we're here. You can get to 100. Now, let's begin with the first point. Now, the first point is going to be the most simplest of them all, but I don't want you to underestimate this, and I'll tell you why in a second. The first thing, identify exactly what you want. Now, the reason I say I don't want you to think, oh man, this is like basic stuff, because you probably have a rough idea of what you want right now, but you don't have the specifics. For example, I want to lose weight, but you don't know that you want to lose 50 pounds. I want to make more money, but you don't know you want to make 10,000 every single month, let alone how much profit you want to make every single month. You know, and I came to this realization when I had a call with Nero years ago. It was like a one-to-one call. And he asked me, what is it that I actually want? Like, what's my goal? And I was like, I don't know. I think more money. And he was like, whoa. You don't know. You think. So you're not even sure. And more money, that's super vague. It could be an extra £100, £50, £10. Like, I could have said, yeah, I want more money. That's what I'm trying to do. And then I find £10 on the floor. I got it. I manifested it. I achieved my goal. I got more money. Whereas if I said, you know what, I want 10,000 in my business every month, let alone profit. Now I'm getting real specific. So I could be making 20,000 every month, but it's 10,000 profit. That's exactly what I'm aiming for. Instead of saying, I just want to lose some weight, I want to lose 50 pounds, you know? And you don't have to put a time frame on it. I mean, you can if you want, if you really want to challenge yourself. But the main thing is just identify exactly what it is that you want, whether it's relationships, more money, investment, weight loss, fitness, muscle gain, literally anything. You could even put this down to like FIFA or Clash Royale or something. I don't know. But let's move on to point number 2, because point number 1 is as simple as it gets. Point number 2, once you identify what you want, you need the identity of the person that has the thing that you want. And this is where I went wrong, and this is where most people go wrong. What we tend to do is we say, okay, I want to lose weight, so I'm going to the gym, you know. I'm going to the gym to lose weight, instead of saying, I'm healthy, I'm fit, so naturally I'm going to lose weight. Naturally, I'm going to go to the gym. And this comes down to be, do, have, right? What most people, be, do, have. What most people do is they just try to do the do. Pause. they literally just try and do. And they think that because I'm going to do it, I'm going to have it. But what you need to understand is, if your identity is literally the opposite of the thing that you're trying to achieve. For example, for me, I was in poverty. I was poor. So me starting here and then saying I'm going to be rich, I'm going to make more money, my willpower is limited, bro. Like, when things get, like, when the tough get going, I'm gone. Like, I'm not there. And that's because my willpower is gone. It's the same if I was trying to lose weight. If I was trying to lose weight, and let's say I weighed 200 pounds and I wanted to get to 150, I would go to the gym for about 3 days. But because my identity is, you know, I'm fat, I'm lazy, I'm just trying to just chill, watch Netflix, I'm going to revert back to my factory settings. And my factory settings is me just chilling, laying down, not getting my steps in, not eating healthy, having takeout. That's my identity. What you want to do is completely change your identity. And this comes with being. Once you be, you will do the things that that person does, right? And it will make it feel effortless. So instead of saying, oh, I need to go to the gym, your identity will literally be changing your intuition and your mindset to, yeah, man, like I'm going to the gym today at 12, or I'm going to the gym first thing in the morning, or I actually enjoy going to the gym. I can't wait to get this workout in. You know what? Chest day is my favorite. Or I love doing cardio. I just feel I feel lighter after cardio. I just feel better. I can breathe better after cardio. You'll like your mind will start telling itself all these things because your identity is different. Now, you're gonna sit there and think, okay, Ajane, but like my identity is not just gonna shift overnight. Because if you align yourself with the opposite of what you're trying to achieve for so long, it's going to be harder to break it. What you want to do is, yes, it might take some motivation and willpower at first, but you need to literally behave like that person. And by doing that, by each time that you behave like that person, that's like a +1 point to changing your identity. And anytime that you see yourself reverting back, you'll be like, nah, like I went to the gym. Like if I'm trying to lose weight and I see myself reverting back, like, oh, I really want to take out, you're gonna be like, nah, like that's not what a fit person would do. Like, and I'm a fit person now because I went to the gym yesterday, I ate healthy yesterday, I went to the gym before that, ate healthy before that, the day before that, and the day before that, and the day before that. And before you know, you've got a fuck ton of proof to literally show that you are a fit and healthy person that doesn't really have takeout. Yeah, you know, a fit, healthy person might have a cheat meal here and there. They might drink with their friends on just the odd evening or the odd night out or whatever. But your identity literally needs to be shifted one by one. And eventually you'll stack enough points to the point where you're like 99 plus and you've just completely changed your identity. And I forgot where I've seen it, but apparently it takes something like 60 days for a habit to be formed. I don't know the exact specifics, but you guys can put that in the comments if you actually know. The whole point is once you identify what it is that you want the identity of the person that has the thing that you want. And I learned this when I was trying to hit 10,000 a month. I was like, okay, what would someone making 10,000 a month behave like? They would probably be more organized. You know, I probably should be a more organized person. They would probably, you know, plan their day out so they know what they're going to do. So like they're getting things done. And I'll try and look at other people and see what they're doing. You know what I'm trying to say? And then take that identity and become that identity so things just become effortless. So now in the morning, it's like, it's easier for me to get up. It's easier for me to film content because I know that's part of being a £10,000 a month or profit business owner. And once you start doing these things and you start stacking up the proof that makes it undeniable for you, then you'll be good. And I also spoke about gaslighting yourself. Like there's going to be times where, in fact, that's point number 3. That's point number 3. That's point number 3. Let me slow down, man. Let me slow down. Point number 3. Maintain self-belief. Now, I personally think self-belief is literally the key to everything. And as I was going to say, like, you will have a negative thought because you can't control your first thought, but you can control the second one. What happens mostly is you have the first thought and you're like, oh my God, like imagine if I didn't lose the weight, or imagine if I had like this takeaway, and imagine I did this, and then it spirals, and then it becomes inevitable. Like what you need to be able to do is gaslight yourself. You literally need to be able to be like, oh, that's a negative thought. Nah, that's not me. Even if it was you literally yesterday and like you ordered takeaway yesterday, but now you've switched and you're being healthy, you need to be like, nah, that's not me. Like, come on, I'm better than that. I'm actually fit and healthy. Like takeaway. Do you know how much calories that is? Like that's gonna clog up my arteries. That's gonna make my heart health worse. That's gonna make my skin worse. That's gonna be whatever. Literally gaslight yourself. Tell yourself the opposite. And once you keep doing that, again, it's like adding a +1 point. And eventually you're gonna get to 99. And once you get to like 99 plus and you've maxed out the stat, like the negative thought that comes into your head at first literally will just be gone. It literally dissipates. Now, my idols, right? I say idols, but I can't really say I idolize anyone in this in this day and age because it's crazy. They might just come out and do something mad. But I'll say Dave, Kanye, and Ronaldo. Whoa. I don't really use my oh no, it's a mess. Ronaldo CR7. Just in case you thought I was talking about R9. Now, these guys have crazy self-belief, and anyone that has achieved anything has a crazy self-belief, and they're able to maintain it. Because what you need to understand is life is almost like a game, you know. If we could just achieve anything that we want without any barriers, we wouldn't want it. Does that make sense? But when it comes to our goals and like our goals have a slight hurdle in the road, a lot of us are like, oh man, this hurdle's too much. I'm gonna quit. It's almost like would you enjoy playing a football game or any type of sports, let's just say football or soccer? Would you enjoy playing football if it was just you on the pitch, no stadiums in no fans in the stadium, and no one in goal, and you were just shooting into an empty net? No, because there's no obstacles. There's no fun in that. There's no competition. So when it comes to life and there's a hurdle, let's say you're being fit and healthy, but you go to work and they're having a pizza day. Like, I last week you would have ate that pizza up, but now you're thinking, damn, I'm tracking my calories. I don't really have the space for that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And then you'll just have to believe in yourself not to eat that pizza. And once you do it, again, not eating a pizza at work, bro, you deserve another 10 points for that. It's crazy. And I always think back to Kanye or even Ronaldo. Let's do Ronaldo because I did Kanye for the last one. Like, Ronaldo always believed that he was the best in the world. And it's funny when people say like the best in the world because it's like, oh yeah, he's just like the best for this time being. The best is always Pele or Maradona. But Ronaldo literally wanted to be the greatest ever. The GOAT. The greatest of all time. And you can literally tell that because he has the identity of someone that does that. He goes home, he recovers, he eats good. Like, I remember seeing an interview. He doesn't really eat chips. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? What he puts into his body, he's very specific about it. And he tries to do the same with his son, CR7 Jr., but I don't know how that's going. But his identity and his self-belief in himself to keep doing it. Bro is like 40 years old, still playing football to a good level, still playing international football. I think he's going to the World Cup next year. Like, it's insane. And he's almost at 1,000 goals. No one would have believed him if he never believed in himself first. And he wouldn't have made it this far if he never believed in himself first. And I think back to Kanye, the documentary. Bro was just a producer, wanted to be a rapper. Everyone was like, nah, bro, you can't rap. Like, nah, that's not going to happen. Ain't no way. Now look, do you get what I'm trying to say? He's arguably one of the greatest of all time. In fact, his top three for me. Kanye's top three. That's just how it is. Once you're able to maintain that self-belief, so identify identity, self, and to have crazy self-belief and to identify with your identity, you need to control your thoughts. Again, you can't control the first one, but you will be able to control the second one. And life is going to throw obstacles in the way. Like, it's like playing a football game and, someone kicks you in your leg. You're like, ow, shit, that hurts. Are you going to walk off the pitch? Like, come on, bro. You're going to fight. You're going to be like, nah, I can do this. I can do this. Like, even if you do mess up and you have a little pizza at the pizza day at work, back on track. You'd be like, damn, a momentary slip up, back on track. There's obstacles in the road, but you go back on track. Like, if you want, you can even keep a point system. And once you add enough points, you'll be like, shit, like my identity is it's literally changing in front of my eyes. But I just keep a mental note of mine. But with that being said, guys, that's pretty much how you can level up your life so fast they think you're Illuminati. And I didn't want to make this video super long because, one, I don't really have the attention span for long videos at the moment. But yeah, this is pretty much everything that you need to know to change your life. And don't underestimate what it is that you actually want. Identify, have the identity, maintain self-belief, and really believe and know that you're going to do it. And it will happen, whether that's money in your business, whether that's fitness goals, whether that's relationship goals. Yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.